Hello, welcome to my channel Smarter Quotidian with me Shiza. In the last video, I've told you about the introduction of HTML. So now let's boost up something and just give it a revision to all that we have read in the last session. So this is basically HTML, that is Hypertext Markup Language, as we all know. This is basically used to design web pages. So this we have already done. The tags we have done, nested tags, the structure of web page. As I have already told you, let's brush up easily. So this is basically HTML head, the title, head and body. Body is the place where you have to include all the text, messages, images, anything that you want to display in your web browser. And then you as know that body or whatever tags that we are using needs to be closed. Okay. So then comes the text formatting tags. Okay, these are the basic changing formats of the font, headings, alignment of the text, and basically now let's start. So now comes the title tag. Title is what basically heading that is you're giving to a web page, so that you need to determine what the web page is all about, what details are there in the web page. So it appears and it determines the ranking in certain search engines. Okay, whenever you open a search engine, that is Google Chrome or something like that, Internet Explorer. So whenever you open a Google Chrome tag. So basically you need to type the title for which you're looking, some basic needs that you're looking for. So this describes the description. Then comes the text formatting. So text formatting is basically when you need to create paragraphs, you need to go to the next line or create headings. So you need different fonts, different writing styles for the text, so that you can differentiate among all these things and also for your web page to look attractive. So basically, this is why we use text formatting. These are the tags. So basically, we need bold. You may be familiar with all these words: bold, italics, underline, paragraph, and next line. So the tags that are being used, that is B. B stands for bold. Whenever you are writing B, the tag starts with B and ends with B. And whatever you're writing in between those closing and opening tags, that is the main text that you want to be displayed in the bold format, right? So next, like this comes the italics, underline. If you want anything to get underlined, like the headings or the subheadings or anything, then it's underlined. And whenever you are reaching to a new paragraph, so P stands for paragraph. Okay, so whenever you are writing anything under this P closing and P opening tag, that means you're writing a paragraph and it will appear as a paragraph in the web page. Then comes BR, that is break line. It basically intends to become the next line. Whenever you have to use the next line or you have to go to the next line in the paragraph, then you use it. Now comes the font. There are different types of fonts you can get through Google or anywhere, MS Office, MS Word. You might have seen different kinds of fonts. So you can use these fonts and just enclose the font name in the double quotes and the front and the closing tag, and there you go. So basically this is an example, so you can just go through this. You can even give the size of the font like 1 to 7. So 1 is the biggest and 7 is the smallest. Okay, so you can just give the size and the name of the font and just enclose that in the brackets of this. Now comes the aligning text. Now what is aligning? It basically relates to alignment. Okay, so basically alignment is something like if you have to write something like the headings needs to be in the center, so you need to use the center alignment. Like we are writing something like date or something signature or date, so that needs to be in the right, so we can use just right align. Okay, now comes the comments. Comments are basically notes in the HTML that explains the important features of the code. They are not a part of code. Okay, This basically just relates and they're useful references for the author or the other programmers so that they know whatever that is written. So the comments they can read and have a view of what all about the statement is or the web page is. So that is basically enclosed within the tag and we use this exclamation mark for the comment statement. Okay. So these are basically not a part of code. Remember this, they will not appear on the web page. They are just useful references. And this is the blink tag, okay? But it is written in famous blink tag because there are many web browsers that do not support it, and it is basically used to make the text blink. Like you can see blinking, that is it. Okay, so basically it's also written here that it is not supported by Internet Explorer, so that's why it is not majorly used by authors or other programmers. Okay, so this is also the way to write blink and blink close. Now comes the page formatting. We can see this with an example. As we have already known, basically we have to start with HTML, then head, and the title we have given it as an example. So whenever you search for example, so this web page would occur. Then head is closed and body is whatever you need to write in the web page appears in the body. So you have to display everything including your text and images in the body tag. Okay, so basically we are giving some background colors. So background goes for BG color, background color, BG color, and the color name should be enclosed within the these double quotes. I'm so sorry, and text within the double quotes, and whatever text you have to write. So if you're having a black background, suppose it, then you're writing the text in white color, and the base font is size 7, that is the smallest size. Okay, and then you just close the body and HTML is closed, and whatever images and text you are including is in body. Okay, then comes the inserting image. Okay, so now just a second, we can show you this with an example also, some practical example, so that you know what is displayed there. Okay, so let me open this notepad. Notepad is basically used for running this HTML programs because it's basic and very easily used. Okay, and you will find it in any laptop, any desktop, anywhere. Okay, and so I'm just copying this whole program code and we'll go to Notepad. So it's just open and we'll just paste this here. Okay, so you can see the program here. Okay, we'll go to file and we'll do the save as. Okay, so we are saving it with the name example, suppose it. Okay, and now .html, because .html is the extension of HTML coding web pages. Okay, and then we are saving it on the desktop and just save. Now we go to the desktop. Let's see what appears. So we appears in the example, and that is Google Chrome. That means the HTML extension has converted it into a web page. Let's open it and see. And this is basically a web browser, so you can use any browser by default. So this is an example. The name is written example and the background color is there and the text is there. Okay, so let's just come back to the presentation again. This basically, you know how it goes, and you can also try at home, and please let me know in the comment section for this. So now we need to, if we need to insert the images, we just need to write img src. Okay, so this means image and src means source. Okay, so you need to give the source, that is the location or the path where the image is saved in your computer system, right? And the path needs to be in the double quotes, like example or something like image.ext. Okay, so this is the path, this is the location where the image is stored in the computer or in your any file system, and the image would be entered into your web page whenever you are doing this tag. Okay. Now you can also specify the height and the width of the image so that it fits into the area where you want your image to be there in the web page. And you can also give the borders. You can also specify the thick and the thinness of the pixels, your body color, your background color, so that it matches with the image and it doesn't look odd one out in that. So you can do much as you can in the image. Then comes the alternate text part. This is basically whenever you're browsing something on Facebook or anywhere, if your cursor just lands up on the image part, so you just see some text and that text defines what the image is all about. So this is basically alternate text. So the tag remains the same. We just need to add the alt part, that is we are writing this image source, okay, and the image source name is suppose satellite.jpg. Okay, so we are doing it in the double quotes. Then we'll write alt and alt text will determine that what type of and what is the picture all about. Okay, so this is the picture of a satellite, so we can write this in double quotes. So whenever you are entering this image and somebody lands upon the image, so the cursor of the mouse is on image, so whenever it happens, so you will just get this picture of satellite written over it. And whenever you come back or you just come back from the image, so the tag goes away. Now the links. There are type of links, these are called the hyperlinks because they take you, whenever you're clicking on any link or hyperlink, they take you to the another web page. Okay, so what happens is you cannot write or enter the whole of the details or information in one web page, right? Because it's just a mess up. So what we can do is we can just give a heading to something and we can give a hyperlink to that heading, so that whenever a person needs to know in details about that heading, so he can just refer to the hyperlink and the hyperlink will direct to the another web page, and so that you can have a look at this in a very creative and simplified manner. Okay, so this is basically written as a href and page.html. So it is basically href is header reference and this is page.html. This name is the link where you need to go. So this is the example you can see. You can even try for this and let me know if you face any of the problems, and please let me know this. I'm here to solve this. Now we can even change the color of links, as many of you might be aware of the thing that we are basically by default we have the blue color links only, but that's not the case. We can use any of the colors. Now we can send emails also. So what we need to do is we need to send queries or any questions or anything like that. So we can just mail a query. How? We can just use a header reference and we can write the keyword mail to, and mail to whom? The email address of that particular person or institution or company and the message that you want to go, and there you go. So you can see the example also here. You can just write that mail to and whatever the email part is, and you have to enclose all of this in the double quotes so that the browser knows that we have to mail something to this particular mail ID. So you can just go through this example also. So in hyperlinks also we use href and in mails also. And anchors are also the same, that you need to jump from one place to another, because a website is a collection of large web pages, and browsing the whole website is a very tedious task. And if you know the particular point that you have to reach, so you just need to use an anchor and you just need to specify the anchor name, and you will be directed from that one particular point to another particular point in the document. So this is the basic steps. We can have a look at the you know detailed anchor and the type of tag that we can use for it. So this is basically a name, that is anchor name, and the name of the anchor that you're using, and then you can just go to that. Suppose we are using hash anchor name. So this is the example how we can do this, and please do try practically at home, only then you can do this. Next comes the lists. Okay, whenever you have to perform a listing, so you need to do through two kinds of lists, that is ordered list and unordered list. Okay, so these are basically numbered items. You have a different kinds of list items you need to put in the list. So this is basically how it is done. So for ordered list, the keyword is OL. Okay, so we'll start the tag with OL, and then we can specify the number of list items in this, and LI stands for list items. Okay, this is basically opening tag only, it doesn't have a closing tag, but I will suggest you to use a closing tag for all, so that it becomes a habit for you all. Okay, because it doesn't create any problem if you're using a closing tag for an opening tag. Okay, and whenever the list items that you want to do is complete, just put an closing tag. So for ordered list we can use A 1 to 3, all the numbered part, right? So this is basically like capital A, ABCD, small ABCD in lowercase, then we can have Roman numerals in capital and in small case. Then comes the unordered list, that we can have circles, we can have bullets, we can have arrows and whatnot. Okay, so this is basically denoted by UL, unordered list. Okay, so we can keep this till now, and we'll get back to you from the forms part. Okay, so just let me know how was the video. If any queries, please WhatsApp me. You can mail, you can do anything, and just put it in the comment section. I'll get back to you through all of this, and thanks for watching, and be safe, be happy, and keep yourself healthy. Thank you. Bye bye.